Howdy everybody, it's me, Manic coming to you from the bunker system with Record Day. That's right, it's Record Day. Just a few records, 50-cent day at half-price books. Normally it's Friday. Yeah, it is my normal record day. I'm thrown off because I had to work for a living this week. I don't... No, it's okay. I think we all need to... I'm cutting it all out. Anyway, there you go. Okay, are there any stories? No, there were no traffic accidents. There was one guy in a car, no turn signal, squeezed in between me and the car in front, like with that much room. What an idiot. But I didn't want to go into that. They didn't want... I'm not... Let's just go right to the records. Okay, a stereo action album I do not have. It's Marty Gold. Stereo Action Goes to Hollywood. The Stereo Action series was RCA's way of promoting stereo when stereo started to become accepted technology. Not accepted, it just was, it was new and they wanted to promote it, so they made this really whoop-de-doo series with a thick inside collar jacket for the record and the die cut and the thickety, usually they're white, seldom are they in this is like a gold foil. See, you can see the light shine off of it. Okay, here's a Three Sons album I don't have. Three Sons. Who drew that picture on the back? There's an illustration on the back. I have no idea. They're in a spaceship. It's the three. There's four sons. There's four spacemen. Why would they do that? Anyway, it's seldom. What I meant to say is it's seldom that you see the Three Sons. It was a group that changed. The personnel changed through the history of the group, and you seldom see photographs of them on the cover. That's the first one. Here's an 80s album. No, it is 1978. Looks kind of 80s to me. It's 1978. It's Motown presents prime time television show themes like Soul Train, Good Times, Moving On Up. 8 is enough. But the point is that it's not the original songs. They're all covers by some kind of Motown session group. Couldn't help myself, a sealed copy of this Dr. John, Hollywood Be Thy Name. And why would anybody buy this, even though it was sealed? It's sealed. Frank Sinatra Jr. There he is, look. I'm in my brown clothes, I'm standing on the steps. I'm Frank Sinatra Jr. How many copies of this record do we all have? I don't know, I think I got 3 or 4, but 50 cents, it was minty fresh, I had to pick it up. Plus it's got a great flaming skull on the back that I think inspired me at some point. I also have this one, but it was also minty fresh. It's Monster Mash Sounds of Terror. On the back there's a screaming wolf man with big chompy teeth, dripping blood, that's good. I love Liberty, so I picked this album up, The Diamond Ring, Gary Lewis, and the Playboys. You know, when you were young and you saw this album at a friend's house, you're like, hey, because you thought Playboy and there'd be some good stuff somewhere on this record. But here you just have Gary and his dad, you know, kissing each other, and that's not like, that's no good. Keep searching. I don't really have any idea. I didn't know they had the Gary Lewis, one of the guys plays the accordion. I bet he got all the chicks. That Playboy. Prez Prado on Spinorama. Ooh. It's got to be a reissue of something that's I've already got. But nonetheless, I picked it up. Speaking of reissues or something interesting, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Now, I haven't researched it, so I'm probably just going off half-cocked like I normally do and just talking out my ass. But I could swear that all the Sound Blast covers I've seen, Ferret and T-shirt, are monochromatic, blue. They're blue. This one's in color. I'll have to go up and check my thing, but that was fun. 50 cents. Another later Henry Mancini album that looks interesting. There's songs on it such as The Sex Symbol, Hanging Out, The Stripper. He's wearing his groovy 70. What? Is there a date on that? RCA stopped putting the date on it. Gotta be 70s. A Private Press record that I already have, but now I have another one because it's Private Press, and it's got great exotica tunes on it. It's a lot of, anyway, okay. Might have to feature this one. It's the Guitar Ramblers. Happy, youthful new sounds of the Guitar Ramblers. A song on it called Surf Beat, Malibu Caravan. This could be fun. Organ Serenade. It's an organ album by the Organ Happenings on a total budget label, Honey Series, Power Records. Usually, I think it could be funky. I don't know. Herbie Mann and Afro Jazz Sextet, plus 4 trumpets. It wasn't enough that Herbie Mann was with the Afro Jazz Sextet. They had to add 4 trumpets, and they were able to fit the entire title on the cover with this blurry photograph, which is what? I have no idea. Is there a date on it? I don't know. It looks kind of early for Herbie Mann. Billy Daniels, The Swingin' Affair. Billy Daniels, it's the second big band for Billy Daniels, second album of his I got. This is curious. Freddie Scott, I Shall Be Released. It's not a gospel album. I think it's a soul album. But what I found interesting, it says not for sale promotion, but it's Command Probe. So it was like the division of ABC. So it was like the tail end of whatever was left with Command was combined with Probe Records. You part of the stickers on there. I hate stickers. Go away, sticker. And I don't. Whoever Melvin Leeds is, he made a Hawaiian album back in 1986. It's 1986. It looks earlier than that. Morales, Spinorama plays Latin favors. This is probably going to be another repackaged Latin record by Morales. Yeah, that's right. I bet it's like the one I just played the other day that had a retread cover, and it was the same record, different label, retread. The woman with the stockings, the fishnet hose. How could you forget that cover? Almost a mini fresh copy of Bongo Madness. Don Rauke. This is great because it's Crown Records, and these are usually trashed and don't play very well because the pressings weren't that good. And this looks really good. Somebody wrote $1 on it in Sharpie sometime recently. See, I'm looking at this pressing, and you can see ripples in it, you know. So this is a crappy pressing too, but it's clean. I don't know if it's going to play, but the cover is pretty clean. And last but not least, I was very happy to get this, which may be considered somewhat a collectible. It's the William Castle Ghost Story on Peter Pan Records. William Castle was the master of hype for B movies, like horror and science fiction movies. If you remember The Tingler, when he introduced the movie in certain places, or he traveled it from town to town, a few seats had buzzers in them, so when The Tingler came on the screen, a few seats would buzz, and those people would scream, and everybody was screaming. Did you see The Tingler? When I was growing up, I thought that was a very scary movie, The Tingler. It was about some spine jelly creature that would come out, and if you screamed, it would get you. And then there was like a dumb girl. She couldn't scream or something, and their husband's trying to kill her, and he put like blood in the sink, and she couldn't scream. So if you didn't scream, if you screamed, the Tingler would stay away. If you didn't scream, he would eat your brain or something like that. Anyway, mini fresh.